first photo. That's me and my twin brother. I'm the big one there. It's pandering to show a photo of yourself first, but I was born with cancer, and I figured here, that was retina cancer, I only have one eye. It was useful to show that I come from this background. I'm now known as the guy in our shop with the one good eye, because I'm the critical one that sees everything. I also wanted to say that I stumbled onto this cool thing that I do as a really geeky kid. That's me and homemade jams, because we couldn't afford real jams. Fixing up a motorcycle that was free. But it was an early obsession that I largely tried to ignore. This is about inspiration. This obviously has nothing to do with me. And you've probably seen this in Marfa. This is the moment I realized that Liz Lambert was, who's obviously a personal local hero, was influenced by someone else as well. And I told her this and told her about this exact slide, in fact, and she agreed that everyone gets inspired from someone else. This is to show that I was fired for my first time and last time. The guy who runs the company is actually here as one of my supporters. A good friend. So that's the full circle. I took off on a motorcycle for 6 months and figured out what I wanted to do, which was to quit hiding from the fact that I was a gearhead. I came back and decided to embrace design. Also into photography. This was taken just a couple days ago. And believe it or not, that is our motorcycle shop, or at least one corner of it, where Stefan, my business partner and co-founder, helps. I generally point the camera and he tells me what I'm doing wrong. This is some film work here of a show we did at the Tops building. People know it because I've been at PechaKucha there, where we set it up. And our basic principle is to present these things in a way that they're not normally seen as design. This is less about motorcycles, more about design for me, especially. Stefan being an engineer, it's definitely about the engineering and mechanical aspect, but presenting them in a way that people can appreciate. I recognize that very few people in here probably ride motorcycles, but those that, just because you don't ride doesn't mean you don't get why they're great and why there's something that especially the guys really get into. Don't worry, we'll see about starting one in a moment. That's what everybody's waiting for, I know. This is our shop. We're over at Bulm Studios. We have a little ratty place that we turned into something that we were proud of. This is one little corner of, another corner of it. We built everything from hand, in-house, with the help of Stefan, the more technical person. We're able to transform these bikes from something that's quite bland into something that's a bit more involved. That's this bike right here. It just takes time, money, and a whole lot of swearing to get to that point. A lot of swearing, time. But we focus on trying to reimagine what these things are, and we've been really surprised at how many people care about how they turn out. All these photos are taken by Stefan and I, because we want to make sure that we're doing everything. The revival name of what we do is reviving the fact that so many people don't do that much with their hands anymore in our country, and we really want that to happen more. You know, we've never been more poor. We like to say we've never been more poor or happier at the same time. But it works, and the results have been well received. This is another more modern bike that we took to a more vintage look. That's a 2010, which it's hard to tell apart from the 75. We work on everything from 1920s vintage motorcycles to modern machines. That's my personal bike that we actually do take racing. It's not just to look like a racing bike. The design part of it, like I said, I really wanted to talk more about the design, but I'm just kind of winging it here. It's the design part that keeps us all going, and recognizing that people like DJ and all the people from Pentagram that I met years ago that inspired me to recognize that being a creative didn't necessarily mean that I had to be completely broke, that I could find a way to get people to appreciate what we were doing, even if it was in a gearhead way. That's this bike right here. We just had a chance to take all these bikes out to Jay Leno's place because he's a big gearhead and he's supported us with these. And they reached out to us after seeing what we were doing, and we're still surprised every day when the phone rings and someone cares or has found out, because we don't have a marketing budget. We're not. There's the team. And every one of those guys works for us now for a third of what they used to make, because they want to be able to do this, and the passion that they all put into it is something that Monday doesn't matter to any of us. I typically don't know what day it is, and I think that that's the part that I appreciate the most. I also dabble in architecture and in a little bit of construction. I built this by myself by hand in my backyard as a studio, and it's obviously shipping containers. Taking something that's so bland and so industrial, it's not new anymore. I did that 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and I feel that the contrast of the luxurious indoor piece of it with this really rough outside is the part that makes me really embrace it as a medium. I think it goes back to bricks, but I'm trying to apply that. Obviously, motorcycles isn't it, but trying to apply that into a much larger concept. Oh, this is something I'm really proud of. That's what this is. I got married, which I didn't think I would do. But I didn't get married in a normal way. We flew to Norway and rode a motorcycle for 3 weeks, climbed a mountain, and exchanged vows. And that was taken in Norway just in August. And then the final one is, or the last, is a design concept that I'm working on called the Stulberg, which is a hotel made with shipping containers. It's a very rough sketch, but I'm inspired by Liz Lambert specifically. I'm working on trying to put this together here in Austin, and we'll see how that goes. It's taken a lot. It's several years in the making already. And we're expanding. We're opening up a retail shop in that location downtown. It's a really rough rendering because we really want people that, even though you don't ride motorcycles, all the beautiful stuff that we have and have built and appreciate, we want to put together for people to come see and just drink a coffee and check out. That sounds like I'm plugging it. I don't mean to. I really just mean that. I want you to come. So.